All right, shalom everybody. I hope my voice coming good and clear. Let me see if Rumble is functioning. I think we are fine. All right. Today, actually, I changed the topic because I found something more funny. So I said, at the end of the day, it's all the same. It's the same garbage. And, this video, I just noticed it. YouTube suggested to me, so I said to myself, that's a nice comedy. And I'm sure, like, people, they have a weekend and they want to have some fun. Beside the breastfeeding, this is my favorite, of adult in Islam. And almost if not verses eaten by the goat, I was going to convert to Islam, but too bad the goat ate it. Here you see the stupid mosquito, sorry, Sankito, mosquito. And two, in Arabic we call them nasabin, nasabin, scammers. So the scam is not necessarily like, scamming a little person. I mean, this guy, he sell halal cat food, Ali Dawah, and the other guy, he claimed to be a sheikh, but yet he did not know how to read his book. So now, we know what happened a few days ago when supposedly now they are in Saudi Arabia. And Sneako, he told Sheikh Asim al-Hakim that he have a doubt. And now Sheikh Uthman is going to fix it for him. And you will see how I will get Uthman busted. And all of you Muslims, I want you to go to Uthman and tell him, are you sure you are a sheikh? So let us see. Let us listen to the three cats. Mosquito, Sneako, and the other two scammers.
In the council group that we're in, he said, Ali, why don't you come to Mecca? And I said, Sheikh, I'm so busy with the lives. Every single day
I'm collecting money every single day, man. The life is more important, The super chat is... I'm selling land in heaven.
I'm doing a live. My wife's saying, actually, she goes, I don't even see you. And subhanAllah, I said to her...
Yeah, his wife shouldn't see him. He do live from home for 30 minutes, and his wife shouldn't see him. He's invisible. I mean, this guy, he's giving his life all to Allah, not for the halal cat food.
Now, and let your cat enjoy some nice food. Assalamu alaikum.
Let your cat enjoy halal food. Anyway, so tell us what happened now. What happened?
Bite your tongue a bit, inshallah, because at the end of the day, we've got we need $150,000 to print 50,000.
See.
Mats, alhamdulillah, and we're opening Salah hubs all across the UK and Europe, and we've got the app coming out, inshallah, and there's so many projects going with the Salah Plus project, as you guys already know.
I want to know how in the world anyone understand what this idiot's saying. He's like a rabbit. He keeps moving his lips, even if there's no carrot in his mouth.
So he invited us, and I thought, you know what? Actually, it'd be nice to do live with them there, because Sheikh Uthman joins our live every year anyways.
And he called Uthman Sheikh Uthman. Notice that. Something fishy, huh? Sheikh Uthman.
So he said, why do you come here? We'll do it here. I said, Sheikh, we love you online with the pixels. It'd be better to see you in person. So we came here, and we had surprise of a surprise, because then heard that Sneako's here, Ayamuna, Adam Saleh, Slim, the whole brothers, everyone is here, subhanAllah. Yeah, God, alhamdulillah, we got a plan with them about Nas Daily.
By the way, he is wearing a towel, in case you do not know. When they go around the Kaaba, they wear nothing, they are naked. But I don't know why a towel, why he's not wearing a sheet. A towel, huh? Bikini.
But that's going to come out later, don't worry. Inshallah, they do janazah prayer here.
And the funny is, look at them. You see how we enslave those people? The three of them is dressing like the Arab, and none of them is an Arab. Did you notice that? Did you see the slave of the Arab? We enslaved them. They have to say Arabic words. They have to dress like Arab. they have to grow beard like us, they have to make their mustache like us, they have to wear whatever they in their head like us, they have to shave their head like us.
We're going to be doing that, inshallah. But that's a different topic. So let's get straight into it, inshallah. I don't want to hold it any too longer. Sneako, there was a question that you asked Sheikh Asim.
I can ask the question again.
Please, if you can ask the question again.
I probably phrased it incorrectly.
Yeah, he phrased it incorrectly.
Well, for
say it the way you said it.
So there's a hadith that I read that I've been struggling with comprehending properly and fully believing in, if I'm being honest. And the hadith reads, the Prophet Mohammed ﷺ said, the people of Yemen are the best of people. And when I read that, it was conflicting because the reason I became Muslim because it gets rid of racial supremacy. And there's a famous hadith from the Prophet ﷺ where he says that there's no race that's superior than the other. Yes. We're all created equal and we're judged based off what's in our hearts. So I ask you, Sheikh Uthman, how can there be no racial supremacy within Islam, but also the people of Yemen be the best of people?
Excellent. First thing, alhamdulillah, that's a great question.
By the way, it's a great question, Sneako. This is take a note. This is a great question.
And alhamdulillah, in Islam, we encourage you to ask.
Seriously, are you sure? Are you? We will see in a few seconds. Sheikh Uthman, I will wipe the floor with you. Literally. That's why you don't dare to call me your burqa boy. In Islam, we encourage you to ask. He said he have a doubt. Wait, what do you mean encourage him to ask? Huh? He said he converted to Islam because Islam doesn't make a difference between races. But Islam is a racism, don't you know?
When you don't know, يَسْأَلُ الْأَهْلُ الذِّكْرِ, go and ask the people of.
He just said اسألوا أهل الذكر, but this is us, the Christians and the Jews, not the Muslims. Donkey, he do not know who is the people of the book. Ahlul Dhikr, you know, just to show you how this donkey, he do not know what he's talking about. He claimed that dhikr mean the Muslims. No, you ask the Christians. Even Muhammad himself. When he have a doubt, Allah told him supposedly, go and ask the Christians and the Jews. Chapter 10, verse number 94. Do you see it? Muhammad himself, he have a doubt about himself. Who is he? Is he really a prophet? Obviously, this guy is suffering from mental illness, if this is true. Because why somebody supposedly God, he sent him an angel, and he received now half of the Quran, and yet he have a doubt about if he is really a messenger or not. And then what the answer is, if you have a doubt, Muhammad, you go and ask Christian Prince. And then he go to Christian Prince, and then Christian Prince will spank him. He will tell him you're an idiot. You have nothing to do with prophecy or prophethood. So Uthman again is a liar. Continue. And this poor kid, Sneako, is in the middle like a fool.
Of knowledge. So the people of knowledge should never.
It says the book of knowledge, you donkey. Hey Muslim, this guy is a sheikh. So Ahlul Dhikr is the people of knowledge since when? This is a sheikh. A dhikr is a knowledge. Anyway, so this is the verses the verse he was quoting, chapter 16, verse number 43. We sent not any before thee except men to whom we revealed. Question the people of the remembrance, if they should be, you do not know. I mean, the translation is really you know, messed up. If you change the translator, actually, you will see a different translation. This is how easy it is to change the Quran. Just to change the translator. It's like a new book by changing the translator. As simple as that. So here it says, so ask those who know the scriptures. Which scriptures? The Torah and the Gospel. Do you see it? And this is the translation of who? Muhammad Hilali and Muhammad Khan. So again, the donkey Uthman is lying to Sneako, claiming that he is the one that verse is talking about. He is the person of knowledge. And this is the same guy, the Muslim, they die laughing at him that he do not know even how to read his book. I don't know what to show you about him. Let us see. Uthman Ibn Farouq, Ketchup Boy. Even the Muslim, they made a trailer for him.
I don't know what type of sunnah.
You're meant to be from.
Uthman, you might say Christian
You're meant to be
Prince.
from.
You might say Christian Prince is a Christian. He is trying to expose your stupidity. Those are very, very Muslims. Very Muslims. I mean, you can tell they did not take a shower for a year. Look what they are saying about you.
The old man in the masjid sitting in the front saf, he doesn't make those mistakes.
But Mullah, he's on the sunnah though, man. He is on the sunnah.
I don't know what type of sunnah.
You're meant to be from the Ahlul Bid'ah. What's going on here, Mullah? Unless the experts of Tajweed made a mistake.
No.
Because he said, no, we had wrong beliefs. Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani had wrong beliefs.
See, this is where the problem comes in, Maulana.
Anyway, so what they are calling him in the title, what a joke. What a joke. And why they are saying he is a joke? The guy, he even add words to his Quran, which is, he don't know how to read Arabic. He claimed that he is reading. He claimed that he knew. And they have like tons of videos of him. I don't know if this is the video we are talking about. Let me see if there's other video. I think there's other video about him. The guy, he claimed to be a sheikh. All right. I mean, if I show you guys how many videos the Muslim they made making mockery of his stupidity, and he claimed to be a sheikh, not Christian Prince. None of those videos are made by Christian Prince. You see them? All those videos, they are laughing at him, one after one. All right, okay. The reality of Sheikh Uthman Ibn Farouq Ali Dawah. Okay. Oh Lord have mercy. They made a trailer for him. Can you believe it? But let me see which one I can play for you just for entertainment purpose. This one, 100 Arabic. Yeah, actually this one here, it says they just put in one video 100 Arabic mistake in less than 3-minute reading. He do not know to read Arabic. You see, remember those people there in Pakistan, they use Arabic letters, so it's easy to read, you know. But still, because he do not know Arabic, he is reading the letters, but he do not know how to read it. It's like, you know, there is many languages that say the same letters, but it's not the same language. So because those Pakistani, they became our slaves as the Arab, and we enslaved them to the point they have to use our font, our food, our dress, our words, anything we say, anything, even the way we shit, they have to shit like us. And here,
أصبرهم على
النار
أولئك الذي يشترون الضلال بالهدى والعذاب بالمغفرة فما أصبرهم على
ما أصبرهم. Do you know, guys, what he just said? Do you know what he said? He said أصبرهم. He made him have penises, or they had dicks. Excuse my language. This is what it says. أصبرهم. Hey Muslim, did you hear it? أصبرهم. This is Arabic. This guy reading the Quran now, and the Quran says أصبرهم.
على النار أولئك الذي يشترون الضلال بالهدى والعذاب بالمغفرة فما أصبرهم على
ما أصبرهم
على النار يا أيها الناس ما
He don't even know how to say يا أيها الناس يا أيها الناس يا أيها الناس. You know? This is an Armenian guy. He just came to the Middle East yesterday. Or a Turkish guy. Aman Rabbi Aman. What the heck? This guy is a sheikh? What a big scammer. So he dressed like a sheikh. He dressed like the Arab supposedly. Now he think he's an Arab. And he claimed that he have a master degree in the hadith. Remember that.
غرك بربك الكريم الذي خلقك وسواك.
He's taking words out of the Quran, by the way. He's changing the Quran words. Wasawaka, you know. and the funny, he is reading the Quran in his hand. Like, it's not like saying it from his memory. You know what I mean? Like, I can say, okay, well, you know, I mean, he's you know, he's not an Arab. He don't speak. I mean, he's acting like, you know, Arabic. But he have the paper in his hand. He have the paper in his hand, so all what he need to do is just read. And you know, they have something like even they can write the Quran in your own language, but it make you pronounce it sound like Arabic. So you do not need even actually to know Arabic to pronounce the Arabic. If you do not know what I'm talking about, like here, this verse here as an example, I can go here in the translation and I can choose. Let us see what they call it. Translation, I think. They call it translation. See? So now, you do not know Arabic, but you start reading as if you know Arabic. And I think this is what is happening to him. He is not able, even with this, to function the Arabic. You do not know Arabic at all. So now he say, وَلَوْ يُؤَاخِذُكُمْ اللَّهُ النَّاسُ بِظُلْمِهِنَّ. So Sheikh Uthman, when the Muslim make fun of him, they are not lying. I mean, this guy is a scammer. This is why he don't dare to debate me. And you know, the funny, one of the things made me upset from David Wood. This guy, I wiped the floor with him. Then suddenly David Wood and some Sean and the other guy, I don't know his name, they fly all the way to San Diego and they make the guy famous. This guy is nobody, the same as me, Hijab, street boy. They made him famous. The guy was I was challenging him, the coward. I wiped the floor with him. He reported me to YouTube for copyright. I have it posted there in my account. Suddenly, 3 musketeers who do not know how to debate, they fly all the way there to make him funny, to make him famous. And did they debate him? No. And on top of that, he was insulting me in front of them. They did not even open their mouth. They act like little girls. You know little girls? Little girls. If Uthman, he was insulting David Wood in front of me, I will wipe the floor with him. But they stand like little girls. This is the truth. It's there. Not only that, actually, they gave him hugs. If you check the video, you will see they gave him hugs. And he invited Sam Shamoun for Ramadan dinner. Sam Shamoun did not say to him, well, I don't eat in the house of kuffar. Pagan food is not allowed for me. He said, I'm busy. And they exchanged phone numbers. I don't know what happened. In the YouTube, we say scammer, liar, potato, idiot, etc. We see them, we give them hugs. No question. So this guy is a potato. There's no question about it. This is why he will never dare to debate me. And he knew his size. All of them, they knew their size. This is why they don't get close. Because they knew that they have, we will end their career. But we go back to the video where Sheikh Uthman, he said to Sneako that this is a great question.
Never discourage anybody from asking a question. I'm not going to kick you out of anywhere. We invite you to and welcome you to come and ask questions. And, we don't want to waste time on people that don't want to know the truth. But anybody who's searching for the truth, as I see you being, we never discourage them from asking anything. And we will answer it, inshallah, by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
By the will of Allah, I'm waiting for your answer. And look at this Ali Dawah. I think Ali Dawah, I don't know, I'm not a Hindu, but I think originally he was a little chihuahua. I mean, this guy, he keep licking his mouth and lips and all over, and his tongue coming out, touching his nose. Yeah, and look at Sneako, how he's looking at. I mean, they look like, they look weird. I mean, do you see how they look at each other? Sneako looked like a person who is in drugs, and he is asking himself, man, you are a big fat liar. I can see it in your eyes.
With clear evidences.
Clear evidences. Clear evidences. I thought my English is bad. Clear evidences. All my life I wanted to have a clear evidences, but I could not reach that point of a clear. I want to play it again. Clear evidences? Or I heard it wrong? Look at the Hidayat, his tongue is always playing left and right. I mean, I don't know what this guy he do at home. Do he wash dishes by his tongue?
By the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, with clear evidences. And
I'm telling you, it's a clear evidences. If you don't believe a clear evidences, you have a problem. All right? Clear evidences. So not only you have a PhD in Arabic, you have a PhD in English too. Okay, tell us the clear evidences.
And then we accept that it's from us, that we are Muslim, Aslama, we submit to it. But we should always ask. So the first thing is the hadith you're referencing, Khairul Rijal, Rijal al-Yaman. This is mentioned in a riwayah that is mentioned by the Imam Ahmed in his Musnad and other ulama. This riwayah, there is a problem in the chain of it. So this is
there's a problem in the chain of it. Sheikh Uthman, I mean, you are a ketchup boy. I call you Sheikh. I call you Sheikh just for fun. There's a problem in it. Oh man. Let us see if this is true or not. All right. Let us see. You know, this guy, he claimed that he have knowledge, but we will show you that his knowledge is absolutely false. Sneako, he did not know that Muhammad himself is from Yemen. This is why Muhammad is speaking about Yemen highly, because he himself are from Yemen. Let us see. Is Muhammad racist and he prefer a race over other race, or we are making things up? The messenger of Allah pointed his hand toward Yemen and said, true belief is Yemenite. Toward here, i.e. Yemenite, had a true belief and embrace Islam rightly. Certainly, starness and mercilessness are qualities of those who are loud, and at the base of the tail of the camel, where the two horns of Satan will appear, such a quality belong to the tribes of Rabia and Mother. So is Muhammad now speaking about race? Is that an ethnic? Preferring something over something? Let us see more. What we will show you. I will try to show you only what is very authentic, so they will not play the game. How Muhammad, he praised the people of Yemen. So the one we showed you now is Al-Bukhari 3302. Again, Muhammad, he favor a race over other race. And there is always a reason for that. Anything, you have to check the reason for that. Because simply, he is from Yemen. And as you see, this is Sahih al-Bukhari. You know, Muhammad, he is praising them. Remember, Muhammad is against racism. And because he is from Yemen, look what he said about his people. Let's see. I have actually tons of hadith in front of me, but I prefer to show what is very, very strong. In fact, let me go from here. Trying to find here we go. Let us see this one. Remember, Ketchup Boy said there's no racism in Islam. Where is the hadith here? I mean, this is okay. Let's see. I'm trying to find in English. I have them in Arabic in front of me. Let us see if we can find this one here. If not, I have to show it to you in Arabic. All right. One more try. See how much we struggle to find you something in English, even though I have long list of hadith in front of me. All right, here we go. Is Sheikh Uthman will say this is da'if? Is that da'if, Sheikh Uthman? Huh? Let us read this together. Is Muhammad favoring his race over all races? Read carefully. I heard Allah Messenger as saying, verily Allah granted eminence to Kinana. Kinana is a tribe from amongst the descendant of Ishmael. And by the way, they have nothing to do. He have nothing to do with Ishmael. He granted eminence to Quraysh among Kinana. So from Kinana, the tribe of Quraysh, they are the favorite. And he granted eminence to Bani Hashim. This is his family from Quraysh. And he granted me eminence from the tribe of Bani Hashim. Remember the potato Uthman, he says, and this is very authentic. You know, this is Sahih Muslim. All right. He said in Islam there is no racism. There is no racism. There is no race better than race. But this is what Muhammad is saying, and this is very authentic. Who Allah he favor? Kinana. And then from Kinana he favor who? Quraysh. And from Quraysh he favor who? Banu Hashim, the family of Hashim, which mean Muhammad and his grandfather and etc. His family, specifically his family, including his uncles and his family, cousins. And among Bani Hashim, from the family of Bani Hashim, he is the favorite. So all of this is not racism. Not only that. What about we go in the Quran? Do Allah favor race over other race? Read with me carefully. Now, maybe Sheikh Uthman will say the Quran is lying. Here Muhammad was trying to get close to the Jews, trying to make them accept him as a prophet, and they did not. So he said to them, O children of Israel, remember my favor which I bestowed upon you, and I preferred you to al-alamin. Alamin mean the two words, supposedly according to Muslims. The word of the human and the word of the genie. So the Jews are the chosen people as a race. Remember, Uthman, he said, in Islam there is no race. There is no race favor upon other race. In fact, they come to us and they say Christianity is racist because God, he says he have a chosen people. Isn't this what they say to us? But in reality, God did not choose them, they chose God. To make it simple for you, Abraham, when he become a believer, he chosen to believe in God. And because he chosen to believe in God, the Bible says that act considered for him an act of righteousness. And then God, he blessed him and he blessed his children. It was not about race. Here it says it clearly. Allah favored them upon all mankind and even genies. All right? And we can show you tons of other reference in the Quran saying the same thing. Chapter 2, verse number 122. Again, O children of Israel, again, they are the most favored to Allah upon all races and even genie. And I don't know even what the genie have to do with this, because you don't favor. I mean, are you talking about cats and dogs and animals? Genie are not a human, so why you are? What do you mean? So when this guy he's saying such a statement, he is absolutely a big fat liar, because Islam is based on favoring nations, and the Arab are the best of all nations, as we saw Muhammad is saying here. And the reason he speak highly of Yemen, because simply he is from Yemen. As simple as that. And then Muhammad he claimed, whoever hate the Arab, he hate me. Whoever hate the Arab, let us see if we can find it in English. Do you see it? Now this one they will say to you is da'if. However, I can show it to you as to be a sahih, but in different format. Let us show you more. I don't think I will find this hadith in English, but let me try. Let me try. Maybe we can find it. Again, the reference, by the way, you can, anytime you see something on the screen, you can take a screenshot and search in Google the screenshot and you will find it. All right. No, it looks like we cannot find it here. So let us use the Arabic. No problem. We would use Google translation. And I will open Google translation. Give me a second. I will copy and paste in the front of your eyes. All right. Let us go back to the page. We will copy here. I will copy all what you see here. I hope that Google will accept to copy all, because sometimes it says too much, but we will try. So we have to do it part by part. Okay. Let us copy the hadith first. And this is authentic. Hassan. When Allah created the creation, He sent Gabriel, who divided people into two groups. Two groups. He divided the Arab into one group and non-Arab into another group. Allah best was with the Arab, and then He divided the Arab into two groups. He divided Yemen into two groups, and He divided Mudar into two groups, and He divided Quraysh into two groups. And Allah best was Quraysh with Quraysh. And He brought me out of it. All of this, Muhammad is not racist. So now, according to Muhammad, all the world is divided to two groups, Arab and non-Arab. And the best to Allah is the Arab. It's in front of you. And now let us take what is this hadith is valid? We will check it out. So narrator is Abu Huraira. Al-Muhaddith, no, narrator, sorry, narrator Abu Huraira, the one who said the hadith is Al-Iraqi, and the source, a book, it's called Mahajjatul Qurb. We take it here and we translate again to see the reference. So this is the reference. All right. Now we go to the hadith again and we copy if it's authentic or not. Page number 75. Is the hadith valid? The answer, yes. It's good. Do you see it? And let me share with you the link in case anyone will say we are lying, this is not true. All right, I just posted for you in Rumble and YouTube. So if this is not racism, that the best of mankind are the Arab, Jibril, he divided the people into two kind of people, the whole world, and the best of mankind is the Arab. What about the hadith is speaking about how Allah created the white and the black? Remember Sheikh Uthman, he said there is no racism. All right. Sneako, he is not a white person, he have brown skin, right? Let us see what Muhammad says about let us see here. All right. Give me a second. Abu Darda reported that Allah Messenger is saying, Allah created Adam when he created him, and he struck his right shoulder. He struck what? His right shoulder, and brought forth his offspring white like small ants. And he struck his left shoulder, and he brought forth his offspring black as though they were charcoal. He said to the party on the right side, to paradise, which means the white ones, to paradise, and I don't care. And he said to the party of the left shoulder, which means the black, who they are like charcoal, you go to hell and I don't care. Is this da'if? No, in fact this is very sahih. In Arabic here it says sahih. You see it? Sahih. I can copy for you here in front of your eyes. I don't know why it's not copying the whole line. Oh boy. I'm trying to copy the whole line. Finally. What we did. Here. Oh, we close it. Let us open it by again. All right, we have to copy it again. Now this page. Too many pages. All right. Now we go to Google. Grade is not Hassan, Sahih, I see, and the ruling Sahih in chain. So it is Sahih. It is good. It is Sahih in chain, which means it's have no errors in it. It's perfectly made. But according to Uthman, the ketchup boy, there's no racism in Islam. So the black people, they go to hell according to Muhammad, and this is how Allah he decides since he created everybody. White people, they go to heaven and I don't care, Muhammad said. Black people, they go to hell and I don't care, Muhammad said. All right. In fact, we should find it in the book of Ad-Durami, but we cannot find it here in the English website. It should be located in the same web, but I think they took it off. In fact, they used to have it in the website of al-ilm.com, if you remember. al-ilm.com. Let me see if I can open it. Do we have the Ilm here? No, we have to go to other browser. Give me a second. We have it actually here. Here we go. It is search here. How to search here? Okay. I used to read this hadith from here, but now we cannot find it. Yeah, it's taken away. I remember how many times, if you watch my old videos, you will see how many times we have this video here. I think the Muslim, they reported this hadith that we are using it to expose the racism of the filthy Muhammad and how much he hate the black people, and they took it off. I cannot find it. Yeah, I cannot find it, but it should be like, I'm sure I saw this hadith here like at least 200 times in different book, which is very authentic too. Let me share with you this page here. It's in Arabic, but you can use Google translation. And again, all of this, it says Sahih. So this is in the book of Imam Ahmed. Here it says Sahih. You know what? Let me give me a second. Let me. We have Google translation still open. I will copy this part just to show you that this is Sahih. It's the same exactly as we did read in the English. Do you see the ruling? Authentic. Do you see the hadith number? 3234. Very authentic. And not only here, it appears in many places. The same hadith here. What is the ruling? Appear in all those books, and all of it is authentic. Take to Google translation. Is it authentic? It is authentic. You see it? The ruling is authentic. The same hadith reported tens of times. All right? And let me share the reference with you. Now, you know, these days, you have no excuse to say I know Arabic or not, because, you know, you have, you know, you are lucky. Like we have now, you know, a software can translate for you, even though it's not too much accurate, like it's not 100%, but we are helping you to reach the point where you can, you know, fix the weakness of the software. All right. You got a Muslim who want to talk to me? Give me just 15 minutes. I will be finished with Sheikh Uthman. All right. So remember, when Sheikh Uthman, he says in Islam there is no racism. But in the beginning of the video, they ask him if a person he have a doubt, he is out of Islam. I don't know where in the video, I don't want to play the whole video. We got him busted lying, but let me see where in the video. I don't want to, instead of playing it all,
the truth is,
let me see. See, I play this browser because it doesn't allow advertising. Very good browser. Otherwise, each time when I play video, you know, all of those are from the super chat community. They have advertising in their. Yeah, we have to go. Yeah, in the beginning of the video, actually.
He even understood my question right away. I think that he heard me say the word doubt, and he probably deals with a lot of people who ask him questions, and he just gets annoyed.
But okay, let me put it like this here. Even if you came to me, today in front of the Kaaba and said, bro, I have a bit of a doubt, I'm not going to come and say to you, how would billah you in front of the Kaaba, how are you having a doubt? I have to assume the best and say, hold on a second, it can be a doubt. Aki, there's nothing. Look, doubt, there's two things you do with shubahat.
So that doesn't make you a kafir to have a doubt.
No, Aki.
See the liar? He said, if you have a doubt, you are not a kafir. Let me show you. And both of them, Ali Dawah and the girl, both of them, they are girls. Sheikh Kebab. Let me show you that this is absolutely false. Anyone he have a doubt is considered as ex-Muslim. They claim that they are people of knowledge, you know, but thanks to David Wood, he made them people of knowledge. One type of disbelief, kufr, disbelief because of doubt. And here is the whole article saying to you, whoever he has a doubt about Allah, the angels, the messengers, blah 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 blah, is a disbeliever. Summary. Do you see it? So the guy, he said, I have a doubt. What is the answer of the scholars? He is a disbeliever. I cannot believe it that all the Muslims who watch them, they do not know what their prophet said. And I have the answer for the dummy, Uthman and Ali Dawah from the Quran. And I will make everybody laugh at you, Ali Dawah and Uthman, because this is in the Quran, you dummy. The guy, he have a doubt. The Quran says the believers is the one who don't have a doubt. So you are saying that the book of Allah, aka Muhammad, aka Yellow Pages, aka Mr. Bean, is a lie and wrong. Who is the believers according to the Quran? Read carefully. Only those are believers who have believed in Allah and His Messenger, and afterward doubt not, but strive with their wealth and their lives for the cause of Allah. Pay me money. Do you see it? They doubt not. Only those. There's no other option. Do you see why we laugh at you, Lili Dawah? You are a joke. All of you are a bunch of liars. You are lying to yourself. And when the Muslim they say this, how many of them they will lie? They will laugh at you. What you will say to the people? You are dummy, you do not know the Quran? And not to forget, I can show you tons of hadith. Not only those, but if there is any doubt after the Quran, if the Quran says the believer is only the one who don't have doubt. In fact, if somebody have doubt, how we can call him a believer? Huh? And let me show you another hadith to wipe the floor with Lili Dawah, and I don't know which floor I'm going to wipe, because my bathroom is cleaner than their faces. They will make my floor dirty. Read with me. Allah even will not meet anyone will enter heaven. The condition to enter heaven is not to have any doubt. The bondsman who would meet Allah without entertaining any doubt about those between two brackets are not in the hadith. This is not in the hadith. This is the Muslim translations. You don't doubt. If you say Shahada, we should see the hadith here. If you say Shahada and you have no doubt, you enter heaven. Allah Messenger said, I testify that there is no God but Allah. I mean, look how stupid this translation. There is no God but God. They translate the word God as Allah as God. That's stupid. Allah is a name. You can't say there's I testify there's no God but God. That's stupid. There's no chicken but chicken. And that I am God messenger. No one who meet Allah and affirm the true testimony without harboring any doubt will not be kept away from paradise. Do you see it? And this is in Sahih Muslim, which mean very authentic. All of this, look how many times is repeated. This is here in Sahih Muslim, hadith number 276. Sorry, 27b. 27b. So if you have no doubt, only you will enter heaven. So you say Shahada and you have no doubt. But what they said to him in the video? No problem if you have a doubt. Huh? No problem. Do you see how they lied to the guy? And do you notice that the Muslim did not say to them, shame on you, you are lying to him? If you have a doubt, he became an ex-Muslim and he will not enter the heaven, so Allah will not make his penis endless. Sneako, your penis will stay 1 inch. Now, what you can do? Peanut.
He heard me say the word doubt, and he probably deals with a lot of people who ask him questions, and he just gets annoyed.
But okay, let me put it like this here. Even if you came to me, today in front of the Kaaba and said, bro, I have a bit of a doubt, I'm not going to come and say to you, how would there be like you in front of the Kaaba? How are you having a doubt? I have to assume the best and say, hold on a second. It can be a doubt. Aki, there's nothing with doubt. There's two things to do.
So that doesn't make you a kafir to have a doubt.
No, Aki.
You see? Do you see how we get them busted? So you are not a kafir if you have a doubt. Did you hear it clear? People, did you hear it? He make it so clear. So still he have a doubt. Sneako until now he have a doubt. And he is asking, so now, okay, so I am not a kafir, which means I'm not a Muslim no more. If I have doubt, Ali Dawah and Uthman, they are laughing. Yeah, you are not. You know, they agree.
He even understood my question right away. I think that he heard me say the word doubt, and he probably deals with a lot of people who ask him questions, and he just gets annoyed.
But okay, let me put it like this here. Even if you came to me today in front of the Kaaba and said, bro, I have a bit of a doubt, I'm not going to come and say to you, I would be like you in front of the Kaaba, how are you having a doubt? I have to assume the best and say, hold on a second, it can be a doubt. Aki, there's nothing, look, doubt, there's two things you do with Shubahat.
So that doesn't make you a kafir to have a doubt.
No, Aki.
No, أخي, no. Buy halal cat food, أخي. No, no, أخي, no, mommy, no. Ali Dawah. And what is that? Ali Dawah is naked? What is that, the credit card in your hand? Enjoying good, forbid evil. Exactly. How can we lie to our wives and have secret wife? Yes, this is not evil. But anyway, so as you see, we showed you Quran, we showed you Hadith, we showed you Muslim website. You know, there's anyone here have a doubt. So who is the one who's telling the truth? Lady Dawah and the ketchup boy Uthman, or Ali Dawah? Is the guy when I call me, the Muslim guy, is still there? Is he still in the chat? The person who wanna call me? I will open my Discord. Guys, don't go to Discord. I will open it only for this person to call me. Because we open Discord, you guys go there, we see it became 50-50. There's no need. Discord is only for those who wanna call me, and they are Muslims. Is he still there? Is the Muslim guy when I call me still there? You know, those who come in the chat, they say, please debate this guy laughing at the Christians. Those are Muslims. They are Muslim. They try to promote a Muslim channel. And it is the same guy. He wants us to go to his channel. Always Muslim, they go to a chat and they say, please debate this guy. He is laughing at the Christian. But this is the same guy who nobody go to his channel. Please debate this guy. He is laughing at the Christian. Why? Do we believe that our penis will be endless? We are laughing at you, dumb potato Abdul undercover. You cannot find a better way to promote a stupid. Why you don't ask yourself? Why you don't call me and debate me? Here we go. You are here. All right. Let me open my Discord and let us see who is the Muslim when I call me. All right. All right, we will call it No Truth in Islam. Here we go. And let us invite Muslim apologetics. You are right. Yeah, all of them, they are apologetic. All right, Muslim apologetic. Do you hear me? Hello? Hello? Are you there? Are you going to talk or not? Guys, do you hear me in Discord? Am I heard? Am I heard? Maybe they don't hear me. Hold on. All right, let us see. All right, am I heard now? in Discord? Guys, do you hear me in Discord? No, they are not even saying anything. Anyone hear me in Discord? Oh boy. We finally, you know, okay, thank you. Say you hear me. I mean, all right, come to the mic.
My brother, can you hear me?
I hear you, go
How are you
ahead.
doing?
I'm fine.
Great. Great. Okay, brother. You remember me from the other day?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I talked to you the other day. Sure. Remember that last
Okay.
live?
All right.
Yes. I see that you brought up some hadith that are da'if.
Which one is da'if? Which one?
1 second. Give me a moment. Here it is. Give me a second. Trying to find where I put it. It says, إن الله حين خلق الخلق. That one.
Okay. You said it's da'if?
No. Yes.
All right. Well, I will put it for you on the screen, and you tell me what it says.
The thing is, I already seen what you brought. I already seen.
Does it say sahih?
Whatever you brought up. Of course, so this one says sahih, but I'm gonna tell you how it is al-da'if. Just a moment.
So the Muslims, they say, the scholar, they say it is sahih, but you want to tell me how it is not sahih.
Bring me the scholar that says it's sahih.
Abu Darda. Okay, hold on. Are you more knowledgeable?
I am not speaking.
Are you more
I am
knowledgeable?
not speaking about this one.
Are you more knowledgeable than Ahmed? It's the same one.
Then who?
It's the same one.
No, this is not the same one.
Okay. Listen. Don't listen. Read this one. As long this one is correct for you. Okay, read it. Translate the same. Read it. Go ahead. Read it and translate.
Yeah, this is correct. Did I say it incorrect? Did I say
all
this
right.
one?
So read it for me.
Did I say?
Read it and translate.
Did I say?
So read it. So read it and translate.
I am not. Yeah, Habibi. Wait, hold on. I am not talking about this hadith.
It's the same.
No, it's not the same.
It's the same word by word. It's the same word by word.
No, it's not. إن الله حين خلق الخلق بعث جبريل فقسم الناس قسمين. فقسم العرب قسما.
You are not talking about this one. Okay. But what? So this one is correct. Okay. So according to you, this one is correct.
Yeah, this is
all right.
sahih.
So no problem. So now your God, he decide, he will go. Allah, he decide to divide the whole world to two words. One is black and one is white. The white go to heaven, the black go to hell. Explain to me why the black will go to hell. Go ahead.
Okay. Number one. I'm gonna state some sayings of Ibn Qayyim and Nawawi.
I am stating what your prophet says. Don't give me what Ibn Qayyim.
Yeah. The thing is.
I'm talking about your prophet.
Give me a moment.
Give me a moment, my friend. Respect your prophet.
Let me speak.
No problem. Respect your prophet. Don't give me who is Ibn Qayyim. Who is Ibn Qayyim? Nobody.
No,
he is nobody.
One of the greatest scholars in Islam.
No, he is not. No, he is not.
Yes,
in fact, he died in jail like a rat, and the Muslims accuse him to be kafir. So stop saying he's a scholar. Now, your prophet was a scholar or not?
Yes.
Okay.
Very knowledgeable.
Your prophet says when Allah created Adam, he struck his right shoulder and he brought forth white offspring as were milk, and he struck the left shoulder, brought forth black offspring as if they were black circle. And he said to those black coal circle, let's say, and he said to those who they are from the right shoulder, you go to paradise, and those from the left shoulder, you go to hell. I don't care. So now, how you explain to me your God loved to the white people, consider them people of heaven, and the black are the people of hell? Go ahead.
Okay. Now in this hadith, the Prophet ﷺ, he is not referring to human. He is referring to the soul. Right? In Fath al-Bari, in the commentary of Bukhari, Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani, he says, the striking of Adam's shoulders was symbolic. The whiteness and blackness refer to the states of the soul's purity and impurity, not
Hold
the
on,
skin,
hold on,
not
hold on, hold
the
on, hold
skin
on, hold on, hold
color of people,
on, hold on, hold on.
not the skin color of people.
What their color of their skin have to do with the soul?
The soul, the impure soul is black. The impure soul is black.
So now you try to fix it. You make it more. You make it more.
I'm not
more
fixing
racist.
nothing. I'm not fixing nothing.
Yeah, you are trying
I'm not fixing nothing.
nowhere in the hadith it says his offspring. Offspring.
You're cooked. You're cooked.
Finish, boy. You are offspring. Does it say the soul? So the Muslims trying to fix it, they make it more horrible, because now you are saying to me that good people have white soul. Not only their skin is white, even their soul is white, and bad people, their soul is black. So the hadith speak about offspring. Nowhere is mentioned the soul. If you can show me your prophet saying he meant the soul, you are my hero. Can you show me that?
Yes, send me this hadith specifically. Let me look at it.
What do you mean show me the hadith?
Send it to me. I want to.
We are talking about the hadith.
Okay, great.
And you gave me an answer. You do not know what hadith you are talking about?
No, I know exactly which one we're talking about here.
So what do you mean
send it?
What do you mean send
it?
Okay, here we go.
Send me the hadith.
You want it in Arabic or English?
I would just send me the freaking link. What the hell?
Which one? The Arabic link? The Arabic link or the English link you want?
Give me the sunnah.com one. You brought the sunnah.com. Bring me the sunnah.com one.
No, I brought two to you. Here, I brought this one for you. Forgot? You see? Yeah. But anyway, let us give you sunnah.com. No problem. Here we go.
You ran away from the first hadith, but that's okay.
No, we will go there. We will go there. We will go there. No problem.
Okay. Want to go? Let's go there right now. Let's go there right now.
We finish this one. We go there.
Okay.
What happened?
1 second. Give me a second. Okay. Again, now this hadith you brought here, right? This hadith is a metaphor referring back to the souls again. Referring back to the souls.
You have to prove it. You have to prove it. You have to prove it. You know, don't give me
Yes. I will. Now, are you gonna let me speak, or are you gonna keep cutting me off?
Okay.
Okay. Please don't cut me off. Okay.
Because you said that already. I asked you for the proof. Why are you repeating yourself?
Okay. Don't cut me off. Okay. Now, the reference to the right and left shoulders, right, and the offspring being separated into two groups is always generally.
Give me the reference. Give me the reference. Why you are repeating the same thing?
Why are you cutting me off?
You are saying the same thing. You said that already. You told me it's a metaphorical. You told me it's about the soul. We love. I said this is stupid. Give me the reference. Did your prophet says that? Give me the reference. I said, if you can show me your prophet saying this is about soul, you are my hero. And then you said to me, give me a few seconds. I will show you. And now you are giving me a speech again. So now,
I will.
Can you give me the start with the reference, and then you can read. Start with the reference. Give me the reference. Where your prophet says that. See, you are making things up. Your prophet never said that.
Give me a moment with me. Hey, come on, brother.
We will see. We will see.
In here, where is it at? Here it is. Sahih Muslim, Hadith 349. Indeed, Allah does not look at your bodies or your appearance, but He looks at your hearts and your deeds. Okay, now your hearts and your deeds, whatever your actions do, they affect your soul, and they affect your heart. Right? What was the ayah?
What does that have to do with my? Listen,
wait.
listen.
Hold on. Hey,
listen. Don't waste my time. You are wasting my time again. You said to me the Prophet said that this hadith is about black soul and white soul. Give me the hadith saying it's about the soul color. I never heard that. Yeah, he's reading ChatGPT, right? Are you asking ChatGPT?
Allahu A'lam.
No, answer me. No, people get you busted. Look, they post exactly what you are saying. You are reading ChatGPT. Do you know Lily J?
CP, the ChatGPT gave him the wrong reference.
I know.
The wrong reference.
Okay. You're done.
You are finished.
That's okay.
ChatGPT, peace be upon him.
Again. La ilaha illallah. Again, brother Christian Prince.
Okay, hold on.
You are still running away from the Da'if hadith that you have brought me.
No, you see,
you're still running away.
No, you see, so now this one is authentic, and now we can go. So now agree with me that this is authentic, and you could not prove to be it's false. And your prophet is racist. He hate the black people. He like white people. By the way, I can show you tons of. I can show you. Okay, listen. You said.
Wait.
Hold on. Listen.
Hold on.
Listen.
You made a statement that
You
he
said.
likes white people.
You said.
Hold
on.
Where?
Listen.
What about Bilal radiallahu anhu? Huh? What about the Ethiopians? Huh?
Come
on, brother.
The Ethiopian.
Come on, brother.
Bilal was a slave of Muhammad. Bilal was a slave. Hold on.
No, he was freed by Abu Bakr. He was freed by Abu Bakr.
Bilal, he was a slave of Muhammad, and Muhammad abused him, and he used to ride on him all his life. So how he will go to heaven, and he was using him as a donkey. In the top of that, a person who
show me that hadith. Show me that hadith that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam rode him as a donkey. Show me.
Okay.
Show me that hadith.
I will show you the hadith where the black rode Muhammad as a donkey. You want to see that?
Ma'awad, you said the other way around. You said Muhammad rode a black
slave. If he is his slave, what is slave?
You said, wait. Hey,
when Muhammad he go to the bathroom. When Muhammad he go to the bathroom. When Muhammad he cannot go to the bathroom, who carry him?
Calm down, brother.
When Muhammad cannot go to the bathroom, who carried him?
He cannot go to the bathroom?
Yeah, who carried him?
He was unable to walk before he died. Peace be upon him.
Yes. Who carried him?
He was sick. Of course they're going to carry him.
Who carried him? Aisha, Abu Bakr, Omar, or the slave?
I think it's narrated that Abu Bakr and Umar were carrying him upon their shoulders.
To go to the bathroom.
I'm not too sure about this.
So listen. You said that the hadith I mentioned here, it's about the black soul and the white soul. I will go with your lie. Explain to us why the bad one have a black soul.
Because it is impure. That's why impure things, if you look at the impure things, right? You see that most of the time they are dark in color. Impure things, they are dark in color. It has nothing to do with the skin. The skin of a human does not imply if they are bad or not.
But you just say it. 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 But hold on.
Wait.
But you just say it. You just say, hold on. You just said that this has nothing to do with the skin. But as I know, soul does not have a skin. So how the impure soul can be black if it's a soul?
Again, the soul that is impure will be black.
Why? What do you mean black? Okay, hold on. In the day of judgment, is it true that Allah will make all Muslims very white and all non-Muslims very black?
Don't know.
What do you mean don't know? You are, your Muslim is, your name is Muslim apologetic.
I do not know about that.
What do you mean? Swear by the yellow page of Muhammad that you do not know.
Allah al-Alim, I don't know about that.
All right, read with me. This is the Quran. By the way, when a Muslim he swear by Allah, that means he is lying twice. Not, don't listen to them. So here we go.
Good for you.
You said to me, remember, you said to me, this is about black soul and white soul. But here it says, تَبْيَضُّ وُجُوهُ وَتَسْوَدُّ وُجُوهُ. Read it.
Yeah.
Okay, is that soul or faces?
Again, you do not pull it up. Yeah. Here it is. Okay, now you're pulling it up.
Chapter 3, verse 106. Let me share the screen with you.
يوم تبيض وجوه تسود. Where did it go? Okay. وجوه فأما الذين اسودت وجوههم أكفرتم. Which one is it? This is
chapter 3, verse number 106.
Imran 106. تبيض وجوه. Okay. What?
You do not know how to read, man.
Yeah. Hey. Chill out. Sorry, what was your question, Mulvi?
Really? What happened?
What's your question?
What?
What was your question?
Do you know
Repeat
Joe
your
Biden?
question.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Repeat your question. I don't repeat the question.
You forgot what we are talking. You forgot what we are talking about.
Forgot the question.
You forgot what we are talking about black and white. Is Allah making them black because they don't believe in Allah, very black, and those who believe in Allah, Allah will make them very, very, very white?
So you're saying it is referring to skin color?
You tell me. I think it's referring to their shoes, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe Allah will give them black shoes. The one is bad, they will wear black shoes, but Allah called it faces. And the one who they are going to be white, he make it white faces, but he meant white shoes, right?
White faces, white shoes, what? Okay.
It says in the Quran white faces. I'm just going with you. Is it white faces or white shoes?
It's emphasizing about the spiritual state and the condition of the people.
The spiritual. So their faces is a spiritual state.
Yeah, it's talking about the spiritual face, just like how you have, for example, if I look at you, your face is gonna be not as gloomy, not very, very gloomy. That's why you don't show your face, because you're hideous.
I see.
Yeah.
All
You're
right.
hideous. Allah made you hideous.
Which interpretation you get me beside the chat GPT? Are you giving
this
me
is
interpretation?
Ma'arif al-Quran. Ma'arif al-Quran.
Who is the one who wrote Ma'arif al-Quran? Who is this?
Ma'arif al-Quran. I remember on top of my head. Ma'arif al-Quran is
Mickey Mouse.
Hey, come on, brother. Please be respectful. Ma'arif al-Quran. Mohammed al-Shafi.
Give me the link. Give me the link.
I'll give you the link.
All right. I thought you are a Hanafi. Now you are reading for me Shafi'i.
He's not Shafi'i. Mohammed al-Shafi.
Shafi.
ليس Shafi'i.
Shafi. Okay. Muhammad al-Shafi. Okay. So this is commentary meaning the bright of the dark faces. The expression appear. Okay, hold on. Do you want to laugh with me?
I'm laughing at you.
Is that the Pakistani guy?
Nah. Yeah. So what?
A Pakistani guy is explaining the Quran to you? I thought you want to give me a scholar. What about you bring me Zakir Naik? Are you serious? Are you serious to bring me? I thought you want to bring me Ibn Kathir. I thought, yes, this Abdul. I was saying to myself, who is this guy? I never heard of his name. You know?
ابن الكثير ماذا يقول ابن الكثير تفضل.
Do you want Ibn Kathir? Are you giving me Ibn Kathir? Okay, guys. Okay, you gave me Ibn Kathir. Do you accept Ibn Kathir? Say yes.
Yeah, of course.
Guys, he said he accept Ibn Kathir. Let us go, and I will open exactly the same website you gave me. Is that fair?
Go ahead.
All right. Remember, you are talking to Christian Prince. All right.
Yeah, talking to person. Oh, hey, don't jump around. Stay on this. Don't jump around.
No. Ibn Kathir, because
hey, hold on. Let's finish this. Hey, come on.
Okay, hold on.
Hey, don't jump around. Let's finish this.
No, we are not jumping around. We are not jumping around.
Yes, we are jumping around. Yes, you are jumping around. Don't jump around, Habibi. Don't jump around, bro.
Okay. Listen.
Don't jump around.
We are not jumping around. Have patience. Can you have patience? You keep saying to me, let me talk.
You are jumping around, Habibi.
I promise you.
Jumping around. Stop jumping around.
Listen, I will give you Ibn Kathir, only Ibn Kathir. Is that fair, guys?
You are funny, bro.
You said Ibn Kathir.
Don't jump around. Finish this ayah, then we can go to another ayah.
No, I will
and
not.
you are running away from the hadith. The first hadith that I was talking to you about. You are running away.
Are you afraid? You said you accept Ibn Kathir. We are not
jumping around.
Why are you going to change the topic? I promise you.
You are afraid. You are jumping around. Let's finish this, then you can go to another thing, maybe, okay?
No, we are not going to. I'm not going to anything. I'm not going to anything. Okay, hold on. Hold on.
I caught you. Why are you jumping around?
Okay. Because here there's nothing. The page is empty. I don't know. Of course, you stupid. But do you see? It's empty. There's nothing in the verse. It says black and white. Okay, tell me where to read. Tell me where to read. Where you want to read?
1 second. I'm gonna tell you.
Be careful. This is going to hurt.
Give me a second.
It's in front of you. Read it. Remember, it's you who chosen this, not me.
Okay.
That is going to hurt you badly.
Will radiate with whiteness. And the mubtadi'a. Listen. And the mubtadi'a and division will be darkened, as has been reported by Ibn Abbas.
Okay, and no, translate, so people will laugh at you. Translate
of what?
Translate what you just said to me in Arabic.
Okay. أهل السنة والجماعة سوف radiate.
What? Translate. Speak all in English. What Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah radiate? I mean, what kind of English this English is? You are talking like Joe Biden now. Translate.
Again, you don't know English. Again, you don't know English, nor do you know
Arabic.
You
did not speak English. You said
you know what radiate is?
You said Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah radiate.
You told me to translate.
Those people did not know what you say. No, speak everything. Translate whatever you see in the screen.
The people of the Sunnah. And the people and like Jama'ah is like the scholars and the group. They will radiate with whiteness. Well, that's all I said.
And
with whiteness and the mubtadi'a, the innovators and division will be darkened, as has been reported by.
So is that about soul? Is that about soul or skin?
Yes, it has everything to do with soul because.
Okay, let us see if this is about soul or not. Are you ready?
Yes.
I told you this will hurt you badly. You did not listen to me.
This is gonna hurt you even more.
All right. So now we go to chapter 27. We will stay with the same book. No. You said you accept it. You said
Again, you are jumping around. Why are you jumping around?
You
Why are you jumping around?
said you accept.
No.
You accept
Don't jump
Ibn
around.
Kathir. You accept
Don't
Ibn
jump around.
Kathir. I'm not jumping
Don't
around.
jump around. Don't jump around. Don't jump around, brother.
So we
Again,
go
you
to
are
Ibn
jumping
Kathir.
around.
Hold on. The people
Don't
will die
jump
laughing
around.
at you now.
And
Ibn
matter
Kathir.
of fact,
Listen.
you are running away from the da'if hadith that you are bringing, and you are misinforming the people.
I will
Come
go.
on.
Listen.
Come on.
Chapter 27,
Look at
verse
you.
number.
Look at
Here
you.
we go.
Look at you.
Chapter
Look at you.
27,
Look at
verse
you.
number
Why are you jumping around?
82. Ibn
Look at
Kathir.
you. You are jumping, brother. You are jumping.
Ibn Kathir.
Go
Here we go.
back to the verse. Go back to the verse, Habibi.
All right.
Okay. Stop jumping around
What
and
is
keep
Ibn
reading.
Kathir? Hold on. What is Ibn Kathir? Ibn Kathir.
Okay.
How to go to Ibn Kathir here? I don't know. How to go?
You click on the little book thing, the little book right under the play button.
Little book?
No, not over there. You see the little, there's like a page, there's a copy button right under 2781. Do you see the number 2781, buddy?
Here. Here, those? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. Okay.
Yes.
Here we go.
Good boy.
All right. But it doesn't, it says just copy. It doesn't go there. The book, our book. Okay, here. All right. Read with me carefully. Read carefully with me. And laugh at yourself. Read with me. Is it going to make a beast will come from the ground, and this beast is going to have the staff of Moses and the ring of Solomon. Is going to hit the believer.
Where are you reading?
I'm reading Ibn Kathir. Ibn Kathir. Allah will send a big ant.
Where does it talk about Musa alayhi salam?
What Moses? Moses.
Where does it talk?
The staff of Moses. The staff of Moses.
Yeah, okay. The staff of Musa. Okay, the ring of Sulaiman. There will be no believer left without making it a waste without making a white spot on his face, which will spread until all his face is shining white. As a result, there will be no disbeliever left without making a black spot on his face, which will spread upon until all his face is black as a result. Then,
I thought this is about soul.
Okay, it's talking about the day of judgment now.
Well, when we're talking in the previous verse about the day of judgment, you lie. Apologize.
No, I didn't lie.
You didn't lie. You said this is about their soul. You insisted this is about their soul.
No. When I said it was about their soul, it was about the hadith. You retard.
No,
okay?
The second one. Even no, Ibn Kathir. When I showed you the verse.
I recorded you. You are recorded.
When I showed you the verse.
You are running.
No,
you are running.
We will
you
see. It's recorded. It's recorded.
You tried to misinform the people.
All right. Okay.
You are finished, boy.
Do you want me to go to my page in YouTube and play the video again?
You little boy.
Do you want me to go?
You are finished, little boy. You are running away.
I can replay.
Running away, Habibi.
Listen,
You are running away.
I can replay. Guys, is it me who said to him, this verse is about the skin?
When I first came on here, I told you I'm gonna make the hadith that you brought da'if, and I am gonna prove it to you. But yet you are still running away from it. Why are you running?
So now, hold on. So
why
now
are you running?
You are finished, boy. You are finished. It's recorded.
Every time I speak, I get interrupted.
Listen.
Every time I speak, I get interrupted.
You are interrupting me too, and you're calling me names. So now it's recorded. You said it's recorded. You want me to play
boy.
Do you want me to play the recorded? Do you want me to play the recorded?
Come on, continue, little boy.
Little boy. See, he don't want me to play the recorded.
It's already recorded. I recorded everything. Come on, brother.
Let's get out of here. This is about soul. It's black and. It's recorded. I can play the recording for you. I mean, you coward, you say to me it's recorded. I am recording. There's thousands of people listening. And you say you did not say that? I can just go right now to the YouTube, my channel, and replay. I mean, you see, I have patience to any Muslim. But the second he denied what he said 2 seconds ago, I have not talked to him. You just said, you were arguing with me. This is not about skin. You forgot? I showed you this verse. You said to me the same, it's about soul, and then you said to me you accept Ibn Kathir, and then you gave me the page of Ibn Kathir. And in Ibn Kathir, he said clearly, Allah will make them white and black. And I showed you that from 2 chapters in the Quran. And both from the tafsir you accept. And you lie, you say it's, it's recorded. It's recorded. The shaitan is black. The one who will destroy the Kaaba is black. He said that if you are a bad person, you have a black soul. So the black stone was white like milk. The sin of mankind made it black. Additional proof that Islam consider you being black is a sin. When Muhammad says the black stone was white like milk, and the sin of mankind make the black, how the sin will make a black white stone black? So it's obvious in Islam, your color reflect if you are bad or good. Let us show you the hadith. So we have tons of evidence. All of it make it so clear that sin made you black. And by the way, sin in Islam is not the same as sin in Christianity, because in Islam you can lie, you can steal, you can rape, you can fabricate, you can do everything. This is not the sin we are talking about. Sin in Islam is not to believe in Muhammad and Allah, etc. The rest is not important. So here Muhammad make it so clear. Let us see if we can show you the hadith about I'm trying just to show you there's a hadith that says it was even whiter than milk. Sorry, the snow. Here we go. And this is very authentic too. He reported that Allah Messenger saying that the black stone descend from paradise whiter than milk, but the sin of the descendant of Adam made it black. So what sin do? It's a stone. It is a stone. You want to come back again? Trust me, you will be sorry if I put you in the stage. Okay, I will give you a chance again.
A Christian prince, my akhi. What does it say? What does it say here? But the sins of the descendants of Adam made it black.
And
so what does sin do? What does sin do?
Make you black.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. You have been proven wrong by your own hadith that you are bringing up. What the hell? Look at you, brother. Look at you. Keep laughing at you. Look at you. You're embarrassed.
So listen, guys,
you have been embarrassed in front of everybody here.
He is happy. He is happy.
Boy.
Okay,
little
listen.
Bastard.
Listen.
Alek, you liar.
So you are happy.
Alek, you liar.
You are happy.
Look at you.
You are happy.
Look at you.
Because the sin will make you black.
Yeah.
And by the way, do you know?
Commit enough sins, you will become black.
Hold on.
You little boy, you little bastard.
Let us see.
Come on, boy.
Let us see who is the boy.
Been proven wrong by your own hadith that
you call me boy, I will call you a girl, and I will make demonstration of yours touch the black stone. What do you think of it? Is it true? Is it true? Listen. Is it true that demonstration of women made the black stone black?
I don't know about that. I don't know.
You see, you came to the stage, don't run. Don't tell me I do not know. What if I show you that
me saying I don't know is running?
No.
Wait, hold on, wait, no. Hey, Christian, Christian, hold on.
If I show you the evidence that women, they used to touch their vagina when they have their menstruation, and they place their hand over the black stone, and that make it black, what you would say?
Allahu Alam. We're gonna look at it and then.
What do you mean Allahu Alam? No, what do you think if this is true? If this is what happened? If I have such a proof?
It cannot be truth. It cannot be true.
Why you are saying that?
Now again, Allahu Alam. I don't know about this. Okay.
What do you mean Allahu Alam? What do you mean Allahu Alam? Okay, here
Allah knows best.
All right. Allah knows best. So now look what happened. You came here and you are happy, and now we have the reference. Read it for me. This is the tafsir. This is your tafsir. This is Al-Kashaf ul-Zamakhshari. And
I
here
don't
it
take
says,
I don't take اعطيني زغروطه يا don't take الزمخرش.
You know more than him, right? Read what it says. Read and translate.
No, I don't take from him.
Read and translate and let everybody laugh at you and your religion. Religion of pagan. Listen.
Hold on, wait. Islam is a religion of paganism?
Listen, yes. You kiss black stone.
What about the Trinity? Isn't that paganism?
You kiss black stone kisser.
Jesus is God, the Holy Spirit is God, the Father is God. Three gods.
Black stone kisser. You can say whatever you want, but here we have evidence.
Apparently, according to Christian priests, we are pagan.
Sure.
Prove it to me that I am pagan.
In front of you, do you kiss a black stone or not?
I didn't get to kiss it. Inshallah, one day.
Did Muhammad kiss the black stone?
Yes.
Why he kiss it?
Because it deletes all the sins.
Exactly. So who is the pagan? It's not Allah delete the sin. The black stone delete the sin.
Wait.
You just say it, and now look. And the women, they used to touch their vagina when they have their period, and I'm showing you a reference, and I can show you tons of reference about this. They touch their vagina when they have their period, and then they place it inside the black stone. Why? Because the black stone is a vagina. Is that correct?
No, it's not.
Are you sure?
Yes.
So why it look like a vagina?
It does not look like a freaking... I'm not going to see it because I have respect for myself.
Are you sure?
Uh-huh.
I will put it in the screen. We have a picture of it. Isn't it? This is a vagina?
No, that's just the casing.
This is the casing?
That's just the casing. That's the casing of the stone. That's
okay.
Not a freaking
so guys, the casing look like a vagina, but the black stone is not a vagina. Why the casing look like a vagina?
Like you're using 18 plus language. I wonder what you do at home.
All right. So now let us match the picture vagina and the vagina here in the tafsir. When the black stone, when the blood from menstruation touch it, it become black. Do you see it?
فلما لمستها
لمسته ما لمستها.
Okay, whatever. لمسته. Okay, so what are you bringing here? I don't understand.
Translate to the people. Translate what you are reading. It was white from heaven like pearl, and when the menstruation touch it in pre-Islamic era become black. Correct?
Send me the link. Let me make sure of it, Sanad.
Send me the link. I just gave you as a Zamakhshari.
I don't think as a Zamakhshari, but I'll make sure of it, Sanad.
Okay, read it. So guys, he admitted. He said he is not.
I didn't admit nothing. Hey, hold on.
You said.
I did not admit. I did not admit a single thing.
You did.
I did not admit. I did not.
Okay, let me say what you admitted. You said when I said to you, why you kiss the black stone? You said because it erased my sin. You said that. Everybody heard you. And how it erases your sin? Because you're pagan. Pagan, they worship stones, kiss stones, because they believe the stone will erase their sin. And this is what the
kissing
Muslims
of
do.
charcoal that Paul did? What about the kissing of charcoal that Paul did? Huh? What about that? Huh?
Kissing what? Kissing what? Kissing what? Kissing what? Kissing what?
The charcoal, that hot charcoal that Paul.
What is that? Huh? What is that?
That hot charcoal. Charcoal is one of the stones, isn't it? Isn't it an element of the stone?
Which stone?
Is you okay in the head?
Are you okay? The black stone. The black stone. The black stone was white like pearl from heaven, and the administration touched it. Explain to the audience why the Arab used to go and touch their vagina with the black stone.
Where does it say that? First of all, I'm trying to make sure of the sanad.
How the menstruation touched the black stone? It says when the menstruation touch it. Do you see the word touch it?
Give me a moment. Okay. جاء جبريل بالحجر الأسود من السماء كالخباب القديس شق عنه قد Okay. After this, can you move on to your Bible?
Don't change topic now.
Habibi, after this, we're going to move on to your Bible. Is that okay?
We are talking about paganism now. What Bible? Don't mix the holy with paganism. Black stone kisser.
Okay, brother. Again, that is the casing. You're bringing up the picture of a casing.
Okay,
not the
first of all,
stone.
let me show everybody that you're ignorant. In fact, there's no black stone. It exists no more. Don't you know that?
The black stone does exist anyway. It still does exist.
No.
I know what you're gonna bring. It still does exist.
No, it's not.
It still exists.
No.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Okay.
Yes, it does.
Is a black stone is one stone or many stones?
It was many stone, but then it has been.
It was.
Wait, hold on. Hey! Don't just cut me off in the middle of my sentence. The hell is wrong with you?
Where is the black stone? Show me.
It's right at the fragments of the black stone. It's black.
Those are fragments?
That whole thing is the black stone.
Okay, but you're a prophet, he said. No, the whole thing is wax.
What?
This is wax. Shama.
Bro.
What? This is wax.
The hell are you talking about?
Abdul.
Where's your proof of it? Where's your proof? You're running away from your Bible.
What do you mean, where is my proof?
You're running away from your Bible.
Okay, hold on. Okay. Okay, let us see. Let us see. You never know that every week they do maintenance to the black stone in the Kaaba?
Correct.
Huh?
I was there when they did it. Yeah, that's right. I was there when they did
it. So why you are lying saying what wax? You know it's wax.
No, it's not wax. I don't know what you're talking about.
It is wax. Okay, let me show you a video. You said you've been there when they were doing it, and you do not know that this is wax. You are lying. Here we go. All of those videos, they are fixing the wax. Read it. Watch it.
You see that? Yeah. They're encasing it. You stupid.
He is working inside in the wax. He is touching the inside, the wax inside. You see, it's burning. They are putting the stones back. Those little tiny stones. He is pushing them inside the.
Okay, so what is your point? I don't understand your
point. My point, your prophet, he said the black stone is going to witness for you in the judgment day. Is your prophet lying?
It is.
How is going to witness? No, but nothing left of it. Nothing left of it.
No. There are still fragments of it. There's still fragments of it.
But your
And
prophet,
just like how your
he
little
said the
P50,
black
just like how your
stone.
wait.
Hey,
Just like how your
listen,
little P52 credit size card manuscript that does not exist anymore,
listen,
little boy,
the
and
black
it's
is
irrelevant to the
all
whole
right.
Bible, and you
Okay,
can't prove the
okay,
Bible.
I can't talk to kids, sorry. You want to, you're acting like a kid now. So guys, do you see there's no black stone? They believe this stone erased their sin, and we heard him saying that. I want everybody to copy that, post it everywhere. They are pagan, they are vagina worshippers. This is a vagina. The Arab used to go around the Kaaba totally naked, and the man, after the woman, she placed her hand with her vagina in the black stone, he come and he scratch the black stone with his penis. And this ceremony happening because the women, those women who do that usually is women who they are not be able to have a baby. So they believe that Allah, Baal, is this god of fertility. He is angry from them. This is why they are going around the Kaaba totally nude, in the stage of nudity, totally nude. And because Muhammad is a pagan person, he never complained about that. He used to watch, actually, if you read my book, Six in Allah, you will see how Muhammad used to go and watch, and he enjoyed it. And even after he saw a woman, is mentioned in my book, he offered to sleep with her. She was singing a song in Arabic that she is showing her vagina, but it's not available. And this is the hadith, and this is authentic. The Arab, they used to go around the Kaaba in the state of nudity. Do you see it? Nudity, naked. This is a very pagan, satanic cult. Muhammad, he keep following the same. And until now, the Muslims are not allowed to wear an underwear when they go around the Kaaba. And they wear the same clothes of the Hindu and the Buddhist. They show one shoulder, they shave the head. If we go right now and see how the Hindu or the Buddhist priest they would dress, you will see it's the same exactly. This is the religion. The origin of it is coming from India. The only different is the color. They shave the hair, both of them. They when they do Hajj, they wear one piece of leather sandals. They show their shoulder. They don't wear an underwear. And they have a black stone in their heaven. And sorry, in their Kaaba. They have Kaaba too. Let me show you the Hindu priest. If you go in the Hindu temple, you will see a symbolic, a stone. It's a black stone, one for the penis and one for vagina. Do you see it? Excuse me for the picture. We are here doing teaching. And they have a penis and a vagina, symbolic for it. All what the Muslim did, they have the same exactly as the black stone. This is the vagina. They hang it on the neck. A symbolic for the vagina. See? Exactly look the same as the black stone. And this Abdul, he claimed that he is not pagan. But all the evidence lead in one place. All right? You are finished, boy. I like it when the Muslim, he defeat me. True story. Why you kiss the black stone? Because it erase our sin. Suppose he's smart, by the way. It erase our sin. And Christian prince, you are calling us pagan? Oh, pagan? How we are pagan, huh? You Christian worship 3 gods. Even your stupid Quran say we worship 1 God, you idiot. Even your stupid Quran say the Christian, they believe in Trinity, they worship 1 God. You idiot. I mean, you are lying about what we believe. Lying about what the Quran even say. Even the Quran recognize we believe in 1 God. Trinity is 1 God. Not 3 God. Black stone kisser. Vagina worshipper. Did you go naked around the Kaaba? I am sure there's 10,000 men around the Kaaba, the women who cannot have babies, by after finishing seven rounds around the Kaaba, she will have 10 babies. Your wife, she will come from Hajj, honey. You're pregnant. Honey, you have no idea how many men were behind me. All of them from behind? All of them, brother. Nobody from the front? Allahu alam. You know, a woman from Hamas, her husband was in jail for 11 years. When he came out, he found her, she have like 8 or 9 children. He said, how you got the children? She said, the Jews. The Jews. She blamed the Jews. She lives in Gaza, there's no Jews there. He is in jail for 11 years. She have 8 or 9 kids. How you have children? Jews, the Jews. You are in jail. Nobody protect me, the Jews. She blamed the Jews for the kids between her legs coming. They go totally naked around the Kaaba. This is what Islam is about. All right? The Jews, brother, the Jews. Let us blame the Jews. And by the way, those who blame the Jews, not only Muslim, by the way, there's some they claim to be Christian. They blame the Jews for anything. Anything, you know? The Jews, the Jews, the Jews, the Jews, the Jews. The guy, if he could not have sex, he blamed the Jews. Honey, how come you are not able to do boom boom? Don't you see Gaza? Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! I mean, even their voice is so stupid and silly. And they are so dummy and so stupid. I mean, do you think if you shout in New York, Free Palestine, you are going to help them? Good luck. If you are truthful about supporting so-called Palestinian who they are not even exist, you go and have fight with them, you coward. Especially those who call themselves a queer for Palestine. Man, if you join Hamas, they will do a lot of welcoming for you. I mean, you will be in your belly 24 hours a day. Do we have any Abdul? Yeah.
Hello?
Hello, hello.
Yes. Yes.
You are a Muslim, right?
Alhamdulillah. Of course, I'm a Muslim.
For sure. That's why you're having pink on you. All right. What do you want to say to me?
I'll not choose this.
What?
Your app choose me this color.
What?
Your app.
Uh-huh.
The app that choose this color.
My what?
Anyway.
My ab is this color? Okay. Why the Arab they used to go naked around the Kaaba? What do you think?
Now, before I answer this,
Uh-huh.
I found you make 2 lies.
Two lies?
That's why I want
only 2 lies? Only 2 lies?
They have a lot of lies. After you finish every time,
Uh-huh.
I go and search. I found you liars. So
All right, give me the first lie. Give me the first.
This is not the first time.
No problem, no problem. But you have to get me busted. Give me the first lie.
Say again.
Give me the first lie. You should say to me, you found that I am lying. Give me the lie.
So before you was mentioned a lie about prophet about the blonde woman.
Who is
okay, and I found this hadith is weak hadith.
Who is the blonde woman? What blonde woman? We did not talk today about blonde women.
You bring a hadith that shows you explain about the blonde hadith about Prophet Muhammad say bad things about white girls, and I found it is a wrong.
A Prophet Muhammad says bad things about white girls. Okay, can you give
By
me
the way, the voice is called.
Can you give me the hadith? Can you give me the hadith? So I don't understand what you are talking about. Give me the hadith. Give me the hadith, the one you are talking about. What hadith?
You bring it. I'm not remember, but when I make a search,
I am not remember. Okay, go remember and not remember. I'm not remember. What do you mean I'm not remember? So what I will do to you now? Hold you from your feet upside down, so the memory will come from your balls to your head. How come you remember the blondie? You don't remember the rest of it. This is what you cut from the hadith. How you know it's a lie if you don't even remember what I was talking about? Guys, you need a patient. I mean, speaking to Abdul's. Okay, I will bring you to the stage again, and I will help you. Did you remember?
Yes. By the way, the voice.
Do you remember?
The voice is cut it.
Do you remember or not? Guys, do you hear me?
I can bring it to you if you want. I can bring it to you if you want.
Okay, give it to me.
But you bring it. You bring it. By the way, this is the first time I hear about this hadith. When I make a search, I see this is weak hadith. I've never heard about it. They're talking about that you was talking about Prophet Muhammad says bad things about blonde girls or something like that.
No.
To bring it,
No. You see?
Okay.
You don't know what you are talking about. You're a prophet, he says, attack the Roman so you can get the blondie girls.
No.
Yes.
Not this one. You mentioned in that hadith. Now I have to watch all your videos so I can prove it to you. I can bring it to you.
Until you find that hadith, because I don't know what you are talking about.
Yeah.
But no problem. So what do you think about your prophet? As long you mentioned the blondie, so let's stay with the blondie until you find that hadith. What do you think about your prophet saying attack the Roman so you can get and rape the blondie women? What do you think about that?
No, does not say that. The hadith says that the Roman invade.
No, you are a liar. Read. There's no invasion.
No, I'm not a liar.
Okay.
Not this one.
In the time of Muhammad, the Roman never invade anywhere in Arabia. You are a liar.
You said.
Okay, in the front of everybody.
You said the Roman
show me
Saudi Arabia.
Show me when the Roman they invade Arabia. Go ahead. Show me. It's your prophet.
Yeah, this is my claim.
You're a prophet.
This is my claim against you.
Potato. This is the chapter here. Muhammad is encouraging him to go to war. And they say to him, why you are tempting us with women? He says, attack the Roman so you can get the blondie girls. One of the men, he says to him, why you are asking us to go to war, tempting us by women? So Muhammad, he got angry and he called him kafir. You see how get you busted? Because if there is a war, there's no need to tempt them by the girls. The guy, he says, why you want us to go to war? Because of women. It's in front of you. You claim you know Arabic. Read it.
Okay, I'm not talking about this, but if you want, I can debate for you for next time.
Next time?
I'm talking about now. You mentioned racism.
Let's go out of here. Hold on, I have a caller. Kids and Prince, faith of all, Islam don't have racism. Zakir Naik, what do you mean? Look at me. Faith of all, I'm a Muslim from Bangladesh. And if I am Abdul, you don't know your religion. Your religion says people who they are black will go to hell. You will go to hell. I mean, look at you. You're not white. I feel sorry for you. You do not know. You're an idiot. That's why they call me. Your name is Zakir Naik. Do you know what Naik mean? Kids and Prince, I know what Naik mean. Naik mean the F word. Exactly. I mean, you are ignorant to the point your last name is the F word. And this is Muhammad encouraging the Muslim to attack the Roman for one purpose: to F them. A man, he said to him, don't tempt us with women. A wise Arab man. He said to him, like, do you have even dignity? Do you want us to go to war for the sake of raping women? But Muhammad is a rapist. What do you expect from a rapist? And if among them, this is a verse in the Quran, he who says, give me permission, which means give me break, and don't tempt me, don't tempt me, and don't tempt me. And this man, he's a hypocrite. He's from the hypocrite, man. Muhammad calling this guy a hypocrite. Why? His name is Ajad ibn Qais. So the messenger of Allah, Allah pray on him and salute him, he was so angry. He said, attack the Roman. They translate the word Roman as yellow, because in Arabic it says asfar, which means yellow. Attack the yellow one, the Roman, so you can take their women as concubine and their girls as slaves. Do you see it? The Roman never attacked Muhammad. They never came close to. No, they have no business with Arabia. It's a desert. There's nothing there. They never even went there. Not a single time in history reported that the Roman they went there. And then Muhammad, he took his army all the way to Tabuk, and he could not even attack them. He came back, he ran away. After he died, they were able to attack the Roman. The Roman, they were weak because their war, they finished their war with the Persian, and they lost a lot of their men, and they could not fight anymore. After more than 300 years of war, continued war with the Persian, finally the war stopped. The Persian defeated, but the Roman, they were exhausted. All right. And you notice with me, the people of the vagina, they have no vagina. There's only a few rocks there. I mean, I don't know why this black stone. What happened? Muhammad, he promised the black stone will stay until the day of judgment. Even Allah, during the flood of Noah, he saved it, he hid it. It turned to be it's gone. And do you know why it's gone? A guy, his name is Al-Qurmuti. He destroyed the Kaaba. He killed 10,000 Muslims. He's a Shia. He killed 10,000 Muslim Sunni. He destroyed the Kaaba. He burned it. He destroyed every stone. And he took the vagina, the black stone, and he make it a stone for poo for 21 years. And then neither Allah, neither the Arab, they were able to get it back. They sent him money. He refused in the beginning. And then they spoke to the Caliphate of Egypt, who was a Fatimi. Fatimi is enemy of the Sunni too. At that time, Egypt was Fatimi. So the Fatimi, he convinced him to give the black stone or whatever left of it as exchange of a lot of money. So this guy, he break it and he gave them those 6 pieces only. No black stone. Which is proving that all of Islam, which is built on this black stone, is a lie. Because Muhammad, he claimed that this black stone is going to witness for you in the day of judgment. And it's going to have mouth and teeth and tongue and eyes, and it's going to talk. Nothing left of it. And we showed you in the video how they are fixing the black stone by wax. Allah cannot fix it. Allah could not maintain, right, the black stone. And then they say that they are not pagan. Why you kiss the black stone? Because it erased my sin. Muslim apologetics said. Are we learning? Are we good? All right. Well, I'm not going to keep it longer. People are complaining that my videos are long, and nobody watching anyway. I mean, we have a 20,000, nothing, People are not sharing, they don't even make comment. So we will give you a break for some time, like maybe every 2 days, 3 days, I don't know. Because I noticed that nobody is watching anyway. So if nobody is watching, why I want to waste my voice, my time? It's very annoying, by the way, to debate Muslims. And for me, it's not really fun. I'm here just to educate the Christians so that we can arm them with knowledge. And those liars cannot fool their children. Otherwise, I will never show up again here. Because seriously, I'm sick of this, I'm sick of nobody care, and nobody support us, and nobody even make a comment, and nobody share the videos. In fact, they go and they share in my channel Muslim videos. And then, after all what we do, they go and badmouth me everywhere. But anyway, I work for my Lord, not for anyone. We have tens of thousands of videos for education. And the Lord said, you shall know them from their fruits. And I have more than enough to prove to you that there's no truth except the Messiah. Not the truth about me. I mean, I'm not here to prove to you about me. Who cares what people think about me? I'm not a prophet. I'm not a priest. I'm not a bishop. I'm nobody. But I say to Muslims, and I say to the Christians, there's a reason the whole world hates you. All they agree. There's a reason that the liberals and Muslim and Hindus and Buddhists, they join together against you. Because the only faith show how stupid they are is a Christianity. This is why we see Muslims joining with liberals, even though supposedly they are enemy. They should kill each other. But because Satan is their God. Satan, he united the force of the Antichrist against Jesus. But guess what? The earth will and the heaven will go, and my words will not. The Lord said. And doesn't matter what they try to do. Christ was victorious on the cross when everybody thought he is so weak. They thought the cross will destroy him. It turned to be the cross will bring victory over the devil and his kingdoms. He have many kingdoms. Some they call themselves communist, some they call themselves Shia, Sunni, whatever names, liberals, hippies. All is the same. Too many faces for one currency. So I say to black stone kissers, come to Christ before it's too late. And you like it or not, we are going to put our cross in the top of your Kaaba. If not me, the children of the children of the children. And the Messiah is coming, and he will wipe the devil, and all his followers, they will be sent to hell. And you Muslims will be the first to go, for you are the most people who hate Jesus, and you kill his followers, and you burn his churches. All the tears of those Christians in Pakistan will burn you in hell. All the tears of women you kidnap and rape will be the fuel for you in hell forever. You are going to pay, and the price is going to be so high. Thank you all for being here. May the Lord bless you. God is good. So is Jesus. And we are the crusade. See ya.